Welcome to the year 2016 and look at how society has progressed. A cool new Pokemon game, something about baseball, and the Olympics in Brazil. Okay, maybe society hasn't progressed much in 2016 and 5 years after that. If only there was something right now that would ease the world tension. Something like a Disney movie. Zootopia was first released on 2016 and it received a lot of critical acclaim. It also birthed the best fans, the best community, and who could forget the best fan art we have ever seen, even better than Frozen. But no one can ever forget about the social commentary from Zootopia. This movie is one of, maybe even the best movie to teach kids about prejudice in society. Zootopia is very well known for, apart from furries, its bias and stereotype message, and there is much more in-depth details in this movie that people rarely uncover. So in this video, I'll be oversimplifying the hidden details of racism in this movie.
I'll do, absolutely. But just in case, we made you a little care package to take with you.
And I put some snacks in there.
This is Fox Deterrent.
Yeah, that's safe to have that.
This is Fox Repellent.
Okay, the deterrent and the repellent, that's all she needs.
Check this out.
Oh, for goodness sake. She has no need for a fox taser, Stu.
Oh, come on. When is there not a need for a Fox taser?
Okay, look, I will take this to make you stop talking.
Zootopia starts off strong with the fox repellent effect. The fox repellent is a symbol of a common stereotype, in this case a speciesist stereotype, that is passed down from Judy's parents down to her. This could imply that racism can start at home. There are many instances where she almost uses the repellent in the movie. This could mean that even though she shrugs off most of the stereotypes her parents believe in, it doesn't mean she doesn't believe in them at all. She still has some bias against foxes, or predators as a whole.
I gotta tell you, you are even cuter than I thought you'd be.
Ooh, you probably didn't know, but a bunny can call another bunny cute, but when other animals do it, it's a little...
I have two theories about the C word here. The C word cute could be the equivalent of the N word. I'm not gonna say the word, because only a certain species is allowed to call someone cute, according to Judy. This could also be a diminishing term for females in general, because women do not always want to be viewed only by looks and want people to focus on their strengths. But still, bunnies, male or female, can call other bunnies by the C word, so it could generally be the mix of both. The C word isn't offensive, but bunnies generally do not want to be viewed only by their physical features.
You probably forgot, but I was top of my class at the academy.
Didn't forget. Just don't care.
Sir, I'm not just some token bunny.
Judy not wanting to be seen as a token bunny is pretty ironic. She went through the
Mammal Inclusion Initiative
to enter the police force, keyword inclusion, with the initiative set up by a mayor who is a predator. I don't know about you, she seems like a token bunny to me. Some might say Judy's suspicion of Nick before he enters the ice cream store is a pre-existing bias towards predators. But in my opinion, if I see someone, no matter what race you are, looking left and right like that before entering an ice cream store, I would think you're a pedophile.
Kid, back up. Listen, buddy, what? There aren't any Fox ice cream joints in your part of town?
The phrase "in your part of town" might imply that while Zootopia is portrayed as a place where animals can live equally in peace, there are still some predator enclaves or ghettos in Zootopia. In his condescending tone, predator ghettos have a bad reputation in Zootopia, or he could just be a racist. Maybe Zootopia isn't a place where everyone gets along if predator and prey live in two separate clusters.
Even though you're a fox. What? No! No! What did I do wrong, you guys? No! Please tell me, what did I do wrong? What did I do?
If you thought we would ever trust a fox without a muzzle, you're even dumber than you look.
Nick's backstory really solidifies the point that racism starts at home motive. It's not common you see 9-year-olds commit hate crimes towards people of a different race to him, let alone to this extent. It's honestly safe to say that these kids had a pretty racist household who demonized predators if they show their hate of predators this much. Not only that, Nick, during this experience, has never once blamed the bullies for attacking him. Instead, he only asks what he has done wrong and kept blaming himself for whatever actions they take on him. It really shows that while some prey stereotypically fear predator because of the past, they fail to realize that predator fear prey because of the abuse they face from them. Nick also shows some character development in this movie. After suffering from this traumatic incident, he learns how to cope with being degraded by prey instead of calling them out for being racist. He accepts that being a fox, there are a lot of stereotypes that will be used against him that he's faced before. This is something that takes a lot of self-control, which not many people have.
May have something to do with biology.
What do you mean by that?
A biological component, you know, something in their DNA.
In their DNA? Can you elaborate on that, please?
Yes. What I mean is, thousands of years ago, predators survived through their aggressive hunting instincts. For whatever reason, they seem to be reverting back to their primitive savage ways.
This whole interview scene is full of meaning. In this scene alone, we can learn how much stereotypical experiences Judy has picked up in one single investigation case. She is led on through all her experiences into believing that it's all the predator's fault in this matter. Judy isn't a racist. She's just misguided by an environment full of bias and stereotypes, that she makes a lapse of judgment on who is to blame for this whole event. Whatever she said in the end, erupted the whole nation into division, if not already divided. There's one small detail about bias in this scene that Disney Plus has kindly added. Since I can't screen record Disney Plus, enjoy this short clip of Zootopia on my Xbox recorded on my iPhone.
Reason, they seem to be reverting back to their primitive savage ways.
Huh. Sounds kinda racist, don't you think?
Hey yo, what the?
Night howlers are a very tricky topic. It's really open to interpretation and I can't really put my finger on what it's supposed to represent. For the first time I watched this movie, I thought night howlers were a symbol of radicalism, but now it seems like a stretch. Maybe I could be right, but it may be something else. Maybe it could really just be about drugs. But then again, it might have no meaning and it's just for plot convenience. So yeah, night howlers are open to interpretation.
When I was a kid, I thought Zootopia was this perfect place where everyone got along and anyone could be anything. Turns out, real life's a little bit more complicated than a slogan on a bumper sticker. Real life is messy. We all have limitations. We all make mistakes, which means, hey, glass half full, we all have a lot in common. And the more we try to understand one another, the more exceptional each of us will be.
This is one of the best messages in a kids movie you should always teach a kid when they're growing up. Life is really messy, and kids should learn to accept that. There is no such thing as a really diverse world, or that everyone is tolerant to each other. It's really impossible to achieve that. Racism has started all the way from the BCs, and there's no possibility to stop racism completely. But every kid should always learn that they should look past cultural stereotypes and only judge someone by their morals and characters. Always accept different races as people, even if they have different skin color. Hence, why this is one of the best messages in animated movie history. On a more serious note, Zootopia couldn't have released at a much better time for kids. In 2016, more than 100 black men were killed. One of them was Philando Castile. Castile was shot 7 times point blank when police thought he was reaching for a gun. This sparked one of the biggest Black Lives Matter protests in 2016. At a time of massive world tension, it's a really good time for kids to learn about why stereotypes are bad. It will really help the future generation of people to cut down on hate crimes throughout the world. That's all I can really explain about in terms of prejudice in this movie Zootopia. However, I know there's some things that I missed out, but I just can't find enough information to explain more about it. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon.